What if the life you dream of is not a distant destination, but a field of possibilities already waiting for your attention? In the next minutes, we will practice a guided quantum meditation designed to help you access your higher self, scan a field of possible timelines, and bring back a clear, embodied intention so you can begin aligning with a version of your life that feels deeply right. Find a comfortable seat or lie down with your spine long and supported. If you can, put on headphones and dim distractions. Close your eyes when you are ready. Begin by placing both feet gently on the floor if you are seated, or letting your legs rest easy if you are lying down. Soften your shoulders, rest one hand over your heart and the other on your belly, or place both hands palms up in your lap, whichever feels safest and most grounded. Allow the weight of your body to be met by whatever supports you. Notice the contact, the small pressures where fabric meets skin, the coolness of the air against your face. Allow your breath to settle into a natural rhythm. Now, take 3 slow, intentional breaths with me. Inhale for a count of 4. Feel the breath travel into the belly, then the rib cage. Pause for the tiniest moment. Exhale slowly for a count of 6, allowing the shoulders to soften and the jaw to unclench. Inhale 2, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Long exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With each exhale, imagine a gentle release, a letting go of tension or any hurried thoughts. Continue at this relaxed pace, breathing in calm, breathing out ease. Feel the nervous system begin to slow. Allow the space between each breath to widen just a little. You are creating a safe inner field. As your breath becomes your anchor, bring awareness to the center of your chest. Notice the rise and fall beneath your hand. With every inhale, sense a subtle expansion there, an internal opening. With each exhale, feel consolidation, like energy collecting and settling. If your mind wanders, that is natural. Simply return to the rhythm of your breath without judgment. This practice is an invitation, not a task. Allow now a gentle exploratory movement in the hands. If it feels comfortable, lift both hands slowly so that your palms face one another at about chest height, as if holding a small ball of light. Keep your elbows soft. Let your hands hover with no force, just presence. There is a small space between them. Notice it. You may begin to feel a temperature shift there, a light pressure, a tingling, a floating quality of attention. Some people sense coolness, others sense warmth, a soft magnetic pull. Allow curiosity to be your guide. If you prefer to keep your hands resting, that is perfectly fine. You can invite the same subtle attention to the space above your heart. As you rest with the palms facing, breathe into the sensation. Inhale and imagine drawing a thread of luminous air into that space. Exhale and let it settle, like a seed. With every breath, your subtle awareness becomes clearer. You are learning to notice subtle cues, tiny shifts in pressure, a hint of lightness, an inner tone of recognition. This is how you will meet your higher self. Now invite a gentle image, a mirror that is not rigid glass, but a doorway of reflective light. See it before you at a comfortable distance, large enough to approach. This mirror holds not only your present reflection, but a radiance of possibility. As you observe it, notice how the surface shimmers with a slow, welcoming pulse. Approach the mirror in your mind, noticing the temperature of the air, the way the light feels soft against your skin. You may feel a coolness at the fingertips or the breath catch in your chest. Allow these sensations without needing to explain them. When you are close enough, gaze into this mirror and notice a presence looking back. You, yet luminous and steady. This is your higher self, the version of you that carries clarity, compassion, and a broader sense of what is possible. It is not outside of you. It is an inner ally, a wise tone of being that recognizes your potential. Take a moment to observe this presence. Notice posture, soft expressions, the tone of energy that feels different from the way you often carry yourself. You may sense warmth, a calm clarity, a field of quiet confidence. There is no requirement to understand everything. Simply allow recognition. If it feels right, step a little closer and feel the boundary between you and this higher self grow thin and permeable. Imagine a gentle folding together of your awareness, like two pages meeting and aligning. As they meet, you may notice a soft resonance in your chest or a quiet knowing settling into your bones. Silently affirm to yourself, I am already more than I seem. I am open to this alignment. This is an invitation, not a demand. Allow your higher self to be present beside you, a companion as we move into possibilities. We will now expand awareness outward to the field of timelines. Visualize the mirror rippling outward into a wide, star-sprinkled sky of possibility. Time in this field is like a landscape of threads, colors, and gentle lights, each thread a strand of a potential life. Take a breath and imagine zooming out to see many soft threads stretching into the distance. Each one vibrates with its own tone, its own palette of feelings and outcomes. Some threads hum with familiar comfort, others glow with new opportunities and different rhythms. With your inner vision, sweep across this field slowly, scanning without judgment. Notice which threads attract you. Some will feel warm, some may sing with curiosity, others may feel distant or heavy. The zoom technique is simple. Widen your view to see the pattern, then let your awareness narrow like a gentle lens, moving toward a single thread that resonates in your body. Pay attention to bodily cues, a softening in the chest, a small nod in the belly, a sense of lightness or breath catch. These subtle signals are your inner compass. When a thread begins to draw you, allow yourself to move closer along it. As you approach, notice the texture of this chosen timeline, what colors arise, what ambient temperature it carries, what sounds live there. Imagine stepping lightly along its strand and feeling the rhythm of this possibility settle into your cells. Does it feel safe, vibrant, peaceful? You may sense an embodied yes or a quiet hesitation. Trust the felt sense more than any elaborate explanation. Now imagine that this chosen thread leads you back toward the mirror portal, but this time the mirror opens as a threshold. Your higher self stands just inside the portal, steady and available. Notice how your breath changes as you prepare to cross, perhaps a quickening, perhaps a soft expand. Allow the fingertips of your hands to tingle as the energy of the chosen timeline gathers there. You are about to retrieve an object from this timeline that will help anchor your intention, the Quantum Codex, a book of light that holds possibility as a form of recorded clarity. See the codex materializing on the other side of the mirror, hovering in a pool of gentle luminance. It might appear as a thin volume of woven light, pages that shimmer with soft script, edges that glow like dawn. Trust whatever form it takes for you. Notice how it feels in the air, weightless and warm, or pleasantly cool and steady. If you like, allow a supportive presence to appear beside you now, a spirit guide of neutral, compassionate energy. This guide is not prescriptive. They are a companion, an encourager who holds a steady space for your intention. Their presence may feel like a warm hand at the shoulder, a quiet bell tone, or a familiar calm. You may acknowledge them silently or simply sense their supportive field. Reach through the mirror and let your fingertips meet the codex. Feel the texture, perhaps like silk, perhaps like woven light. There is an etheric pen resting nearby, a slender instrument of luminosity. Bring the pen into your hand. Notice its temperature and its balance. It does not write with ink in the usual sense. When you touch it to the pages, it arranges light and intention into a coherent pattern. Before you begin, take a breath and name quietly in your mind the intention you wish to align with in this timeline. Keep it specific in feeling more than in rigid detail. What does this version of your life feel like? What rhythms, relationships, inner tones, or actions matter most? Allow emotion, joy, peace, purpose to be part of the phrasing. When you are ready, place the pen to the page and write in clear, felt language. You might write a sentence such as, "I live with steady creative flow, balanced energy, and meaningful connection." Or, "I move through my days with confidence, clear boundaries, and a purposeful income that supports my well-being." Keep your words measured and true to your values. Include the emotions you want to inhabit. I feel calm, capable, and open to guidance. You may also include one practical next step that aligns with this timeline, a gesture of action. As you write, feel the light of the codex receiving the intention, the words collapsing into a halo of possibility. If it helps, you can use this phrase as a catalytic breath. Whatever I write becomes true, as an invitation to see how sensation and clarity translate into energy. Notice I phrase this as an experiential tool. You are noting the way committing to clear intention may shift perception and action. You are not creating guarantees. You are aligning with an inner direction that tends to inform choices. Let the pen rest when you feel the sentence has enough weight. Pause now and feel the codex absorb the intention, its pages glowing with the tone you have set. We will activate the intention with an embodied breath. Take a long inhale now, drawing light into the chest, and then exhale fully as if sending a ripple across a pond, slow, wide, and resonant. As you exhale, imagine the soundless ripple crossing the mirror, reaching into the thread of the chosen timeline and carrying your written intention. Feel how the energy in your palms changes, perhaps a warmth spreading, perhaps a cool settling. Repeat this activation breath 2 more times. Inhale, gathering, exhale, releasing the ripple outward. Each exhale consolidates the alignment between your felt intention and the larger field of possibilities. Now anchor this new pattern into your body with a gentle rocking movement. If it is comfortable, tilt your pelvis forward and back a few small inches. Or if you are lying down, rock your knees slightly toward and away from your chest. Keep the movement slow and safe, like a cradle. With each gentle rock, imagine encoding this new energetic signature into your nervous system, the rhythm of this timeline settling into your physical patterning. Breathe softly as you rock and notice any sensations that arise, a soft settling, a small release, a sense of stabilization. This practice helps the inner landscape and the body communicate. After a few moments of rocking, imagine now taking a step fully through the mirror into the chosen timeline. See yourself crossing that threshold with the codex in hand and your higher self at your side. Feel the shift in atmosphere. Colors may be clearer, actions may feel lighter, relationships may have a different tone. Allow your body to sense how it would stand, move, and breathe in this timeline. Notice posture, pace, and the small micro-choices you would make differently in this version. You are not abandoning where you are now. You are rehearsing a possibility and bringing its felt qualities back with you. Before returning, anchor a short affirmation into your body. Inhale and softly speak inwardly, "It is done. I am here now." Let these words settle with the cadence of your breath. Notice how the tone of your inner voice changes when you say them with presence rather than force. Feel the resonance move through your chest down into your center. Allow the sense of completion, not as an absolute finality, but as an alignment that you can return to and practice again. When you are ready, bring the codex gently back through the mirror with you, keeping the memory of the chosen timeline intact. Thank your higher self and the supportive presence of your guide for accompanying you. You may lower the codex into a safe inner container, a chest of light, a pocket of warmth, knowing it is accessible whenever you wish to return. Notice the way your breath folds back into your everyday rhythm. Stay with the sensations of alignment that feel most tangible right now, whether a warm pressure in the palms, a soft openness in the chest, or a subtle steadiness in the belly. We will now integrate this experience with a few grounding steps. Bring your hands together at the heart in a prayer-like or compassionate hold, palms touching. Feel the concentrated energy between them as though your intention is now a small, steady flame. Rest your forehead softly above your hands, or simply notice the position of your head. Take 3 nurturing breaths here. Inhale calm, exhale consolidation. With each breath, feel the energy anchoring more securely in your body and in your immediate presence. When you are ready to return more fully to your surroundings, begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes slowly, inviting circulation and a gentle reawakening. Roll your shoulders softly if that feels good. If you have been lying down, bend your knees and, when it feels right, come to a seated position with care. Keep the inner flame between your palms and carry the sensation of the chosen timeline as a thread through your day. Before opening your eyes, set one small, practical intention to help translate this field into action, a single next step that aligns with the timeline you chose. It can be tiny, a text you will send, a 5-minute creative window, a brief conversation you will initiate, or a moment of boundary you will practice. Small, consistent actions are how inner alignment often becomes visible in the world. When you feel that step settled, slowly open your eyes and allow the room to return to its normal colors and textures. If you can, reach for a notebook and write one sentence that captures the timeline you selected, something you can read back to yourself later. This is your journaling practice, not a test, but a way to record the felt quality of what you chose. You might write the affirmation you held, a concrete next step, or the emotion that mattered most. Carry that sentence with you today as a gentle reminder and a compass for small choices. As you move forward, remember, this practice is training your attention and your nervous system to recognize and inhabit different energetic signatures. It is not a promise of exact outcomes, but a way to become clearer, more decisive, and more embodied in the direction you choose. You may return to the codex again and again, refine the intention, and adjust your actions. Each return deepens familiarity. When you are ready, take a final deep breath together. Inhale openness, exhale ease, and say silently, with feeling, "It is done. I am here now." Carry that sense into the rest of your day. If this practice resonated with you, consider writing one sentence in your journal about the timeline you chose and one small action you will take in the next 24 hours to support it. If you feel called to share, you may write a short insight in the comments or with a friend who supports your growth. Take care as you re-engage with your day, moving with the steadiness you cultivated here. Thank you for allowing me to guide you.